since it's been. Here comes the sun, here comes the sun, and I say it's alright.
Hello everyone, Giada Valenti here in Las Vegas, 2 p.m. 76 days. 76 days together. Well, we moved last Monday from Facebook here to YouTube, Twitch and Periscope, but we have been doing that for 73 days also on Facebook, all the platform. And you guys have been unbelievable. We started as friends and now we are like a big family. We are a circle of love. And I'm so happy that to see you every day here with me. Of course, we've been doing this sign language thanks to Diane Fiorentino, and I got better of it, and actually I became very good at it because, you know, during COVID-19, some people were making me aware that for the deaf people that cannot hear, the mask and all this social distancing was very tough for them. They couldn't understand what was going on. So, you know, I always try to have everybody being part of my world, and I asked Diane, she's a professional sign language teacher, to teach me some of the language. So we have learned a lot. We have learned, for instance, that we are friends and family all together. And today, which is the sign for today, I am so excited because my guest is very special. First of all, he's Italian like me, which makes him, you know, for me, very, very special. It's from Naples. I know Naples, I know you guys love Naples. We haven't been actually there with my day traveling yet, but we will go. Today we go actually kind of to Naples with him, even though it's here in Las Vegas. And he is a chef. This is the sign language for a chef. No, like a wannabe chef like me every Saturday, you know, when I make those cooking demo for you. I'm an okay chef. He's the real good deal. He's a great chef. Not for nothing is the executive chef at the Allegro restaurant here in Las Vegas at the Wynn Hotel, which is, by the way, you know, I've said it many times, one of my favorite hotel. It's very elegant, it's beautiful, and we're gonna have an amazing time with him. I really wanted to have actually him as my guest today because today is a special day in history. Today we celebrate in Italy Festa della Repubblica Italiana, which is Italian Republic Day. Actually, Italy, I wrote some note here that Italy was for 85 years, actually she was, we had a monarchy, so we have a king and a queen, and then on June 10, 1946, there was decisions that Italian could choose if they wanted to be a republic of a monarchy, and republic won. So Italy is gonna celebrating today 73 years of republic. And I thought before I invite my guest, let's start then with something that is very close to my heart. We're going to start with the Italian national anthem. We have been doing the American a few times. Now today we do the Italian national anthem, and then I'm going to invite my special guest, Enzo Febbraro, but I'm going to show you also a video, so you're going to see what kind of personality I have today with me. So if you are just like me, stand up, hand on your heart, alziamoci in piedi, mani sul cuore e cantiamo tutti insieme l'inno nazionale italiano oggi in onore della Festa della Repubblica in Italia, 73 anni.
Fratelli d'Italia, l'Italia se desta dell'elmo di Scipio, se cinta la testa, dove la vittoria le porga la chioma che schiava di Roma, Dio la creò. fratelli d'Italia, l'Italia se desta, dell'elmo di Scipio se cinta la testa. Dov'è la vittoria, le porga la chioma, che schiava di Roma, il Dio la creò. Stringiamoci a coorte, siamo pronti alla morte, siamo pronti alla morte, l'Italia chiamò. Stringiamoci a coorte, siamo pronti alla morte, siamo pronti alla morte, l'Italia chiamò, sì.
Well, this is l'Inno di Mameli, the Italian national anthem. It's always been an honor for me to sing it. Actually, believe it or not, I started to sing the Italian national anthem when I moved to the United States 17 years ago. I started to understand actually to be proud of being Italian. When I moved to the United States, we were talking to Enzo, maybe it happens to him too. When I came to this country, suddenly I started to meet Italian Americans, people that were of Italian heritage and were so proud of that Italian heritage. Me, born and raised in Venice, Italy, that's where I was born and raised. I never felt any kind of special anything. I was just Italian. When I came to America, you guys made me feel that I was special because I was Italian. So I thank you from the bottom of my heart. I said it always to all my interview, how this country, the United States of America, had made me proud of being an Italian. I see a lot of you appearing there. You're all excited to have my guest. My guest today is an amazing, we can say a beautiful chef. Yes, it's a beautiful chef because he's cooking something that we all love. Delicious food. So, by the way, I see a lot of you appearing also from Australia. Buongiorno a voi dall'Australia. 5 p.m. for you guys from New York, 2 p.m. here in Las Vegas. Ore 23 per voi che ci guardate dall'Italia, and for you guys watching from Ireland and England, good evening, because it's 22 p.m., right? Almost time to go to sleep. And I see some of you have been with me every day. We're going to do at the end of the day, today we change a little bit of format because my guest is working. He has to work. He's on a break for us. He's an executive chef on one of the best restaurants in Las Vegas, so we have to make him appear, and then he can go and cook some delicious food. Just to say something, his name is Enzo Febbraro, born in Naples. We will talk about it. We will hear more about it. And let me show you a little clip so you can understand who Enzo is. Here it's a little clip. Let's watch it.
Me, even when I cook an egg, I'll put all my passion in it. This pasta is something that you make with a little bit of flour and eggs, a little bit of salt and olive oil, and then you put it together. It's endless, the kind of dishes that you can do out of the sheets of pasta. It's only one pasta sheet, but you can make so many different things out of it. It's just paired with a very simple fresh tomato sauce with a little bit of basil and olive oil and garlic, a little bit of Parmesan cheese to finish it, the simplicity. Take the right ingredient, whatever you do, don't ever forget, take the right ingredient, the quality. When you take the quality olive oil, the right, the right produce like the garlic, the best basil, the best pasta, the best eggs, the best flour, you can only end up with the best products.
Guys, last night I was watching till in the middle of the night videos preparing for my interview with him, and I got so hungry I couldn't wait for lunch today, because really the man can cook. Well, he has cooked in Paris, in Nice, in Munich, in Madrid, in Milan, in London. He has cooked for kings, queens, president, Hollywood stars and famous artists. He has never cooked for me, not yet, but I will make him cook one of these days. Well, and now he's cooking actually for more than 250,000 guests that comes to the Allegro restaurant, to the Wynn Resort and Casino here in Las Vegas. And some of its dishes that is very famous, of course, are the lasagna napoletana is Neapolitan, the pappardelle with wild boar ragu, and his creamy signature burrata. I'm already hungry. So without further ado, I want to thank right away the Wynn Hotel, the PR department, that when I asked him to be my guest, Las Vegas was closed, and then of course Las Vegas started to open, but they said, nevertheless, you want to have Enzo? And you are gonna have it. I see if my guest is there, or maybe he wants to have a sip of water. Just raise your hands if that's what you want to have.
No.
There he is. My guest was coughing.
all of a sudden, I just got choked up because I know I was going to go live with you, with the Queen Giada, talking about King and Queens. You are the Queen Giada.
I am the queen for you, of course.
May as well just rule the world already and rule Italy. You know what I mean? That's everything with you. So nice to be with you, honestly.
Thank you for being my guest. Enzo, come stai? How are you doing?
Io sto molto bene. Siamo pronti alla morte. Siamo pronti alla morte.
L'Italia chiamò. Sì, I saw that. I could see Enzo. He was, of course, it.
Napolitan first, and then Italian, then American. You gotta love all these, all the cities. Naples. I mean, from Naples to of course Las Vegas now, right? But
Yeah.
you gotta love this. You gotta love this country. I love Italy and I love United States, my adopted country. You gotta love it. Even if we have a little bit of, we are in the midst of some craziness now, right?
Yes.
We're doing everything, but I know that soon we're gonna be on top like we were before, even better and stronger.
The first time, actually, you should know, me and you, we never met physically.
Yeah.
We never hugged because we met during COVID-19 through a common friend, Sandro Coppola, who said, you
Yeah,
have to meet Enzo, right? He
Right.
said that we needed to meet. And the first time I called Enzo, we ended up staying on phone for an hour and a half, right?
Yeah, it was an hour and a half. It's one of those things that if you have connection with somebody, then you can talk for hours, right? I mean, I do have my mask with me here. I'm pretty safe, but I'm gonna take it off for you. But you know what I did? In replacement of the mask, what I have? Okay, let me show you. I have this. Look at this.
Oh, pane, bread.
Of casariccio bread. I made for both of us little bit of prosciutto and parmigiano, right?
Oh, gosh.
And then on top of it, I have this beautiful Brunello, which is $8,000 a bottle Brunello. And you know what I mean, right? Because you told me that a big drinker, which I love it. You kind of, is any man's dream out there because you are a cheap date, like you say.
A cheap date, yes.
A cheap date. But you only like a very expensive bottle of Barolo, right?
See, the $8,000 Barolo. That's all I drink.
No, I couldn't open the $1,000 Barolo at the restaurant. Otherwise it would have been my last day at work. You know what I mean?
No, we have to explain. I'm not a big wine drinker, but so once they gave me, and I don't drink red wine, but once they gave me a glass of wine, and it was $8,000 Barolo, and I drank it, and I saying to this friend of mine who gave me the Barolo, I said, it's kind of good. I said, it's almost as good as my Diet Coke. And he took the $8,000 Barolo glass away from me. He said, you don't deserve the Barolo. So
you were lucky that he didn't throw you out. No, maybe a little chunk of Parmesan because, I mean, I can't look at it. You got to try it.
Already you show me the food. I'm like, okay, let's close the program. Ladies and gentlemen, it was a pleasure to be here, and I'm coming there.
Thank you very much. Actually, you know what I would do? I would invite everybody. You know what we should do next time? We got to have a little aperitif time with your guests. From Australia, from England, from everywhere, right?
The whole planning as soon as COVID-19 is over, and so to come all to Las Vegas, and we will have to come and do something with food and you.
By the time COVID-19 is over, you're going to have millions of people. It's going to be very tough to bring it. It's going to be very tough to bring all of them. We got to do a lot of charter.
And we're going to have the whole Wynn Hotel all for my guests, me and my guests. That would be lovely, actually.
Let's see. I think we can do a virtual one very soon anyway.
That would be a lovely thing. Yeah, me and Enzo, we've been talking about doing something together because you know how much I love food, and you really can cook food. And any person that is like him, that can cook food, well, this is my kind of friends. I feel like, we've been brothers and sisters, even from other mothers ever since 3 weeks we know each other.
And I love it. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful thing that you said. Because the most important thing for us, what is it? First of all, that we have a big accent, which is the greatest thing that could have happened to us, right?
They say so.
We love food and company and family, right? Which is the most important thing that we have today, right?
It's true.
Beside everything that we're going through now, with all this mess, at the end of the day, love always prevails. Always say, always will. I mean, we just got to be unified, especially in this time. Then, of course, eventually, we're going to just rise to the top. and we're gonna love. That's most important. You gotta need to love people. That's it.
It's true. That's the most important thing. And so for the people that they don't know you, of course, we said you are Neapolitan. Can you tell us, as a little boy in Naples, when did you find out that you wanted to pursue a career as a chef?
Oh my God, since I was a kid, I haven't done nothing else than this since I was, 10 years old, 11 years old. I never had to change. I find this passion. It's not even a passion. It's just like, it's a lifestyle. When you stumble into something that you love so much, then when you wake up in the morning, you stumble into work and you know when you start, but you don't know when you finish. And you always, you love that. I mean, I always say that, of course, that if you just do whatever you love, you never work a day in your life. And that's what it is. So I remember since I was 10 years old, 11 years old, right? I could see my mom and my grandmother. So I come from a bigger background, a big family background. So my mother has 7 sisters and 2 brothers. Oh. And I have another 3 sisters. So I remember when I was a kid, my grandmother, which was a great cook, of course, she, and back in the days, as you know, because of your background as well, everybody used to spend time in the house, in the kitchen. Sunday was a big Sunday day, dinner, right? Yes. And of course, back in the day, the men's were on one side and the women used to be all in the kitchen cooking. And I was the boy, the little boy that wants to be in the kitchen with everybody else, with all the girls. So I remember that when my mother and my grandmother used to cook, because my mother, she always been the biggest cook of all the sisters, the best cook of the sisters. Uh-huh. So I remember that I just was in the kitchen with them and I just loved it since day one, since I was 10 years old, 11 years old. I was so, I was still a little boy. I could not even see the pots and pan yet because I could not even reach on top of the stove. Wow. But I loved the idea of the smell. I loved the idea of the passion. Everything that came in to just bring the family together was incredible to me. And I remember there was my grandfather back in the day. Of course, he was the man of the house, right?
Yes.
My grandfather, he had to say, this is ready, let's go now. Even so, I remember there is a dish that we do that is called a Neapolitan ragu. The Sunday ragu, right? Sí. The one that cooks for 3 hours, 3.5 hours with the baby back rib, with the pineapple raisin, and it cooks for 3.5 hours. My grandfather had to have the last word. My grandfather, he had to go to taste it, and he had to say, is good or not. Most of the time, he would say, let it cook for another minute. It's like, would have been that much difference after 3.5 hours, but he was the man. He had to say, this is ready, now we can sit down.
Sempre, il nonno della famiglia, giusto? Il patriarca.
Everybody to the table, the patriarch, right? Il patriarca. And that's what I grew up with. So there, since I was 11 years old, and I went to school as well. As long I went to school, I could spend time in the kitchen to cook. And then what happened? It just organically went to. I chose the culinary field, right? Yeah. So I went to school. I get graduated. And when I was 16 years old, I decided that I want to go abroad. And I went to France for a year and a half. Then I went to Germany for a year and a half. Then I did a big travel to Spain and to Yugoslavia. Yeah. I used to work in Yugoslavia, I remember, when Tito was still the president there.
Oh, gosh.
So it tells you how old I am.
You're a child. You're bambino, un bambino.
No, I am. I'm 50 years old in July, 51 in July. Anyway, and then I went to London for 4 years. I got married with a British. And I've been 30 years with her, Elena. And I have a beautiful daughter, Emma. She's just 16 years old. And then eventually, what happened? I was in London, and they invited me to cook for the Grammy Awards 23 years ago in Los Angeles. Wow. And I was supposed to stay only 1 month.
You never left.
23 years later. That one was 96. Now, 24 years later, here I am. I started in Los Angeles. Then I did Philadelphia, New York, Las Vegas, Washington, D.C., Las Vegas again. I still have my family in Washington, D.C.,
Yeah.
But I go back and forth, basically. That's what I do.
This is an amazing career.
Oh my God, this is the only thing I've done. I've just been on the road. I've been traveling for the last 40 years, really. 40 years. I mean, I would say 40 years, but good 35 years of my life I've been on the road.
You mentioned your wife and your daughter. I have a question. When you are at home, are you also cooking at home for your family, or you let it to other people in the family?
No, I don't cook. I cook only, when I cook for 30 people, for 40 people at the time. I really don't cook for 3, 4 people. I mean, I do cook occasionally for the 3, 4 people, 3, 4 of us, 5 of us, a few friends. But at the end of the day, I gotta cook. I always gotta cook for a lot of people. Even if we are 10 of us, there is food enough for 40 people, basically, right? It's like Italian.
It's funny that you say that, because I don't sing for 3 people. I don't sing for my family. I need an audience. You need a restaurant. I don't know.
Yeah, because after a while they take it for granted. That they say, "Oh, we hear you all the time. You know, you cook for us all the time." So they really probably sometimes they don't appreciate as much as other people do. Yeah.
You're right. I said before you go further, I found you've been in many television shows as a celebrity chef, of course, and you're always very entertaining. Like we can see now, your personality is full of life. And I found a little clip that I want to show, because you are just like me. We are Italian and family. I'm always say that the biggest blessing in my life is being my family. I'm the only child, so my mother, my father, and I have like a cousin that is like my brother. But let's say our little family is a blessing in my life. And I find something that I want to show everybody, to show what kind of a human being you are, because I think this is what makes you exceptionally great. JJ, can you show that clip I found yesterday?
Did you find the clip with me and Mom?
How to cook?
Mama taught me a lot. Yeah. I mean, taught me who I gotta be today at 46 years old. And I'm a little bit of mama boy. You know
I understand you talk
to Mama and Dad when they were.
I
talk to Mama every day.
and there she is.
Mama and Dad. That's such a beautiful picture still.
She's
shot every day. I'm gonna cry right now.
No.
Where is she? I mean, you talk to her every day.
So yeah, she's on the Adriatic coast. We are from Naples. But then, she's just moved on the Adriatic coast near Bologna on the east coast, on the west of the Mama!
That's beautiful.
Mama!
Mama, hello.
I love you. She looks so beautiful. Hello, look at that. Hello. Oh, and look. Hey, welcome to my house. Oh, look at that. Oh, she speaks. That's it. I don't need to translate them. Look at that. Gnocchi. Look at the pasta that she has. She has gnocchi today. She has the Napolitan ragu with everything.
This gnocchi, huh?
Where you going, Mama? She go, look, she wants to show.
Look how cute she is.
The gnocchi already done.
In the kitchen with the gnocchi.
Yeah, but now she's going to put me to shame. I don't have to cook anymore. She's done the whole cooking.
Il piatto che piace molto a mio figlio.
This is the dish that I love the most.
Yes.
Yeah, Mama, we're gonna start to cook. You gotta cook with me today, huh? Devi cominciare a cucinare con me oggi.
Would you ask your mother to
Come oggi
translate?
sì.
Ask her if
Sempre.
Sempre, always.
No.
Do you ask your mother if she's proud of you? We'll translate.
Mamma, bellezza, sei orgogliosa di me?
Orgogliosissima.
Orgogliosissima, very, very proud.
Very proud.
Wow, she just looked very, that's the best.
Mother's love.
I mean, you do like me, you call her every day?
Oh yeah, I FaceTime, we FaceTime each other, me, my mom and my 3 sisters every day, once or twice a day. And then, we have this big WhatsApp group, so we can just WhatsApp every day. We just text every day, like 10, 15 different kind of time. I mean, there's the good and the bad, right?
Yeah, of course.
In the sense that, because whenever you FaceTime, then your FaceTime or your video, they see you every single day. So you just got to always be up to par. If you are a leader, you are ups and downs. And some day you look better than the other. So unfortunately, whenever they see you, you always got to be on top, because otherwise, motherly love, she say, is something wrong with you today? You don't look good. Is there something bothering you? And I say, no, Mom, don't worry about it. It's all good. I'm on top. She said, no, I know you. It's got to be something that bothers you now. But the beautiful thing is that
if I go out and I go to do some shopping, I think, you know what I do? So I
Yeah.
take the phone, I turn the camera, I put the phone in my cart, and we go shopping together.
Together.
This is a way of being. This is a way of being together, to have the attachment. The beautiful thing about back in the day, it was only phone call.
Yeah.
And it was the quick phone call. Try to find even a phone booth. Try to call each other thing. Even at home, the phone call, they would really not tell you the truth.
It's
Now,
true.
instead, with this video calling, is fantastic. For me, it's been a blessing. And
It
I
is.
remember when I bought her the iPad and I gave it to her, it was something completely new. I mean, was incredible for her, that we could really video call each other. You know that now, if I call her on the phone, she goes, "Why you call me on the phone? You got to call me back. Make sure that let's do a video call." Because
She needs to see her bambino. She needs to see her.
She's 50 years old. She still calls me with the name when I was a kid. You know, she used to call me Sugar back in the
Sugar.
day. She's still Zucchero.
Zucchero.
Today, she still can call me Zucchero. And I told her, "Mom, I'm 50 years old." And you know what? She said, "I don't care. You're going to be 90. You're still going to be my little boy." And now today, I say the same thing to my daughter, right?
It's
She
true.
said, "What do you mean? I'm 16 years old." I said, "Doesn't matter. You're going to be 90. You're still going to be my little girl." Oh, that's a beautiful thing in life, right?
It's beautiful. You know, I know you're proud of being Italian, and
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I am too. What do you think is the
23
thing?
years, 23 years later, look, my accent never lost it,
Oh.
and I never will, because I think that's what it makes us true, original to that. And sometimes people don't understand you, and so what? You know what I mean? They gotta force it a little bit. They gotta make an effort.
You know, it's funny because I have my video on YouTube now, Enzo, and on YouTube there is this voice recognizing translation. You have no idea how YouTube translates my English at time. It's embarrassing,
Listen,
though.
you know me as you want to know me as Siri? How many times are we arguing? I mean, I don't want to tell you, and I don't swear, but now and again there is a little baffang, whatever,
Sì.
right? Because
Baffambrodo.
she never understands me, and I can get really upset with that. So there is this hate and love relationship between me and her. Now she just calls me by name as well, and she tells me to calm down. I don't like her anymore, so I can change.
Even Siri. Hey,
Even
Enzo,
Siri.
so tomorrow you're going to be opening the restaurant. Allegro is going to be open tomorrow?
Tomorrow we're gonna be opening I mean, listen, we already kind of open.
Yeah.
We did the soft opening just for some local, but now what we're gonna do on Thursday morning, we open the casino, the hotel, finally,
Okay.
right? After these 70 days of very hard time that
Yes.
we had, finally we ready to go back to open Thursday morning.
Yeah.
The whole hotel, the whole casino, all the restaurant, we are back into the game, stronger than ever, on top.
Yeah.
I work for this beautiful,
Oh.
fantastic company, which is the Wynn Resorts. Incredible. If you just think what it takes to keep 15,000 employees
It's unbelievable.
on the payroll for 70 days.
Yeah.
And I'm not telling you, but we're talking about few $100 million in payroll only, plus all the revenue that we lost at the last quarter, that is supposed to be one of the biggest quarter for us.
Yeah.
Plus on top, a lot more money, basically, a lot more everything else that is going to take now to reopen this place,
Yeah.
which is incredible. So we're talking about few $100 million.
Oh, sure.
This company has been incredible to us. It's a blessing to work for a company like this. So that's why everybody now is ready to give 150%. All the employees, they're ready to give 150% because the Wynn Resorts gave us 150% in the moment of
Beautiful.
need. And we need just to give it back to them. And that's what we're going to do. Everybody's very excited to be back. You know, I didn't have one employee, they said, well, I'm not really ready to go back. Even an employee they could collect for unemployment. They say, no, we're ready to come back. We need to do what is right for people that gave us security when we
Yes.
need it. So this is
The
incredible
restaurant
result.
is gonna and the hotel, everything is gonna be open, but unlimited capacity. Are you? Is the hotel open for how many rooms and the restaurant as well?
No, we are open. There is other resorts that they open just small capacity. We're gonna be opening a full capacity.
Okay.
And believe it or not, I was very surprised. We already sold. We already probably gonna open, at 30-40% already, which
Wow.
was very surprised for me. But I'm kind of not surprised because we are the best in the business, and as the best in the business, especially now, people they want to feel safer, and they're gonna come to us because we do it better. We like the
That's
Italian. We like Italian here. We people Italian here. We do it better.
That explains why ever since I came to Las Vegas 2 years ago for the first time, I went to see all the hotels, of course, the Venetians. I'm from Venice, so I like it. But then I came to the Wynn, and it captured my eyes. It's such an elegant, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful place. And funny that I didn't came to the Allegro restaurant.
Once a day you come at the Wynn, you cannot go back. You know what I mean? It's not like you can start from a Fiat 500 and go to a Ferrari, but you cannot go from a Ferrari to a Fiat 500. Even if it's a beautiful car, both
It's
of
true.
them. But once you go up to the Ferrari, you gotta stay there. You know what I mean? You cannot go back. So I don't think you are able to go anywhere else than the Wynn.
I must say, yeah, I don't know if they're watching us, but the people from the PR that you put me in contact of the Wynn Hotel have been amazing, great with me. Because I was afraid that they would cancel this interview because, you are busy, but they're very nice. As you said, they treat each and every one of you with a lot of respect and love, and other people, which I think it's chapeau, compliments to the Wynn Hotel. They're very classy.
We have listen, at the end of the day, we only employ top of the line people. The top of the crop, we're gonna just they had the Wynn. At the same, you dealt, JJ, your husband dealt with the Glen, how professional, everything went smooth, right?
Yes.
And that's what we do. I wouldn't have done it without them because I do represent this company.
They are, yeah.
So at the end of the day, I needed to respect and to represent the company the best of our opportunity and knowledge, right? So
Yes.
I had to get them involved, and they've been fantastic. And I always do anyway because I know what kind of product they deliver, and we deliver. So I know there is always on the top of it. And now I got to have both of you coming in. You and JJ.
We will be coming, and you know that I told you that one of my dreams is to do a concert there at where the Rev was. By the way, the Rev is not opening again. You have
The
this
Rev, no.
beautiful
No,
show there.
We open everything but La Rev, which is our show, right? Our
Yes,
water show.
yeah.
And the nightlife, which is the club and the lounges, we're not open yet. We're not ready yet because
Okay.
it's all a state mandate, right?
Yeah.
So it's gonna for that it's gonna take a little bit longer. We did take all the precaution. We kept very healthy in this casino, as
Yeah.
you can imagine.
Yeah.
Every day when I come to work, I need to fill a questionnaire. I need to go. That one is the first line of defense, so that they want to know how you're feeling
It's very
every day.
important.
And then we have the second line of defense, which is the second checkpoint, which is sanitized and mask.
Yeah.
Then we have a third line of defense. When we go in, we have the thermal temperature taken
Wow.
to see if you have any temperature or not. So we have just these three lines of defense. On top of it, when you come to work, every hour, on top of the hour, we
Yeah.
stop to disinfect and sanitize the whole area. So if you come at the restaurant in the middle of the night, every hour, you see that we stop right there. Everybody stops to sanitize and clean the area for 5 minutes, stops everything, 5 to 7 minutes, and then we go back to work. So we've done, again, this company, as a leader in the company,
Yeah.
in the world, really, they decide to go all out, and they want to make sure that we're taking all the precaution, and we want to keep everything healthy and everybody healthy. People, they got to feel secure,
Yes.
and that's what we deliver to them.
Now I have a question for you. How much do they adore you there? Because you are adorable. I mean, I never met you, and I already love you because
No,
you're such a
no,
full of love and
no,
passion for
come on.
anything.
Oh, don't say that. Don't say that. I'm blushing. You know what I mean? People that's like a little bit introverted, that you know what I mean, I'm just like a little shy introverted. But now you just pull it. Now you pull it out of me.
No, you know
No,
what
you
it
know
is.
what?
I really too believe that people
Very
with
lucky.
passion go a long way.
I've been very, very lucky with this company.
Yes.
Wynn, they show me so much love, but I show them so much love back. Listen, like everything in life, right?
Yes.
If you give 10%, you get 10%. If you give 50, you get 50. If you give 100, you get 100. No
true.
matter what. It's only you are setting your standard. You setting your bar. You are your own demon in those cases. If you just want to strive in life, you need to make sure that you give every day 110%,
Yes.
because that's what life gives back. And don't take ever nothing for granted, because on top of it, we always say that, right?
It's true.
When you are at the top, you take things for granted, and then there is only one way back down.
Down.
We as human beings, we grow when we are at the bottom. We grow when we are in the hardship. There is only
Yes.
one way and up. When we are up, now it's very tough to maintain. And to maintain it means that you got to stay humble, and you just keep yourself checking every day that you do the right thing every single day. Because you know what? It's very easy to go up, but it's easier to, when you have passion,
True.
of course, but it's even easier to go down. And when you go down, then it takes forever to go up again. And
True.
then you got to be a very strong person to go up. Listen, I've been down a couple of times. I hit the ground a couple of times in my life. But that's what humbled me. That's
Yes.
who I believe, that's who I become today, right?
Yeah.
Listen, there is always like, we talked about this for an
We
hour and a
spent 2
half.
hours on the phone together. Yeah.
2 hours. You know, it's crazy when people say, oh my God, yeah, if I would go back, I would do every single thing I did. I don't want to regret anything in my life. I would do everything I've done before. I say, yeah, whatever. It's a lot of BS.
Yeah.
There is a lot of things that I've done different. I would like to do different if you bring me back a few years ago. But if you didn't get through that, you will not become the person that you are
So
today.
true.
Right?
So true.
Right. And when you're young, I always say to people, and I talk to a lot of young people, you know what? You gotta go through your ups and downs. You gotta beat your head in the wall sometime, bleed, taste your own blood, and realize, it doesn't taste very good. Let me try not to do the same mistake again.
Yeah.
Because you can tell young kids what you want. We never listen, right? Did you listen to your family? You didn't
Never.
listen to your older people?
No.
It's never. It's never gonna happen. We would be a lot better off, a lot younger.
I wish, right?
But then me and you, we would not be here talking like this.
It's true. We are what we are, what the result
Right?
of our experience. You're so true. I have a question for you that I'm sure many people, if we are coming to the restaurant, are we going to get to see you and have all this talk with you of you are buried in the kitchen and what is
No,
an
no, no, no,
executive
no.
chef doing?
Listen, do you think I would have a closed kitchen? The only way I can perform is with an open kitchen. My kitchen is open. I cannot show to you now because I'm on a laptop.
Yeah.
But my kitchen is open. So I am, in the morning, I am with my cooks doing, preparing food, recipe and everything else. But at nighttime, when the curtains are open
Yes.
and my little palcoscenico, my little stage light up, then I'm ready to put my mask on and to perform.
Of course now.
I don't hide myself. It's still true, Enzo, but you need to perform. Now is your time to shine. You got to give 110% again with all your guests. The guests, when they come here, they only need to come in. When they come in, then I got them in. They got to come back. How can you resist to this?
Now, I should get, I'm sure many people, there are many people from Vegas, I don't know if they have been to the Allegro restaurant. And by the
I
way,
have a
he
lot
has a
of
perfect name. Allegro means happy. And who more happy, the sign happy is like this for sign language. More happy than you, there's nobody. I've never met a chef as happy as you are.
Oh my God! Listen,
Allegro.
I have my ups and downs as well, but I try to keep consistent when it's time. We are artists, right? You are an artist.
true.
I'm an artist. So we always gotta show the beauty.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
plus,
but
what? I'm a kind of person that when I wake up in the morning, I look myself in the mirror and I just go like that. I put my little duck face. I blow kisses to myself, and I tell my mom what a great job she did with me. Just love it.
She
I love
surely
what I
did.
see.
If you speak with your mom, Giada said, Mom, you did a great job. She did a good job with you. I think
Oh,
she did a
thank
great
you.
job. But
And most important is down here. You know, she never did anything else anything else. What a great job she did. But she spent all her time for the four of us. She dedicated all her life to raise a family.
yes,
She just gave 110%, going back to 110%. She gave 110% for love.
yes,
And that's exactly what it is. You got to find something that you're very passionate, that you have love, to give 110%. You can
It's true.
never put money first and then your passion. Your passion is
Never.
to be the driven factor of everything you do in life, and then eventually translate in everything else.
It's true.
And it needs to be, your passion needs to be the driver, the driven force on everything that you do. It's the glue. It's the thing that keeps everything
When I
in the middle.
presented you, that was the thing. You are passionate in everything you do. We have been talking about different things, and every time you're so passionate about it, you are a joy to be around.
Even if you cook an egg, like I always say, even if you cook one egg, you got to put the passion in it. That doesn't, otherwise the egg, it doesn't really, you want some, even the simple thing. I always say, simple thing starts all from there. That's where we start
It's true.
from, right?
The passion, the
From-
love.
From stage one, from the bottom up. You know what I mean? I always say that we grow stronger in body, but mind, and then eventually we grow to become stronger in mind, weaker in body. This
Yeah.
is the journey of life, right?
It's true.
And but the most important thing is stay humble and try to just make sure that you keep a few things in life very close to you, which is driven by the non-tangible things of love, things of the soul.
Yes.
And then eventually they stay for you forever. Unfortunately, those things is the one that you need to work the most, the hardest, takes
Yeah.
time. But once they're with you, they're forever. Material thing is the one that they just ins and out. They don't mean anything to you when they're gone.
It's true.
They don't mean anything to you when you buy them, because people want immediate gratification. Immediate gratification is only last for that immediate, then eventually goes.
Everybody's watching. Everybody was expecting a chef. We got a poet here, and we got a very passionate man. And so I want to.
I told you, I'm not school smart. I'm a street smart.
Which
That's
I think the really smart people are street smarts, because they learn from their mistake. They learn from watching what is going wrong and good.
I tell my daughter, your dad has been in a lot of penthouses, but I've been in a lot of basement too. And those basement is the one that they made me grow now. So I tell my daughter, whenever we do something good, I say, we're doing a lot of penthouses thing now, but remember that there's gonna be some basement thing that you gotta do in life, and you gotta take you gotta make the most out of it.
Yeah, it's
Right?
a ladder. We have to climb the ladder. We cannot start from the top.
I'm sorry if I talk too much. I know.
You're always a joy. It's only that we have a time being and we are at the end of the interview. Time flies with you, Enzo. So next time when this is over, we're all coming to the Allegro. We have to, dinner time is what, at 5:30? We have to come there at 5:30. Can we stay until in the middle of the night?
You can do so we open it from 3 p.m. to 6 a.m. every day.
Okay.
We go through the night. So at 3 p.m. we have happy hour until 5 o'clock. Then at 5 o'clock we open regular dinner all the way to 6 a.m. So we're ready to party all the way to 6 a.m. here. Ooh, ooh.
Well, you will be
every
seeing
day.
partying one of these days soon. The
That's it.
lady
You know what
here.
I gotta do? We got to do. One day you come in the restaurant, you're going to sing for everybody, and I cook for everybody, friends and family.
There we go. Friends and family, like in sign language. No, we're going to do that, Enzo. I want to do more things with you because I really love your personality. We've been talking. I want to thank you.
I love yours. Great connection. Great people, great connection.
It's true.
That's it.
You're part of what I call my circle of love. So you're part of it. You're just an amazing person. I want to thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you
I
for
want to
having
thank
me.
you for being. Please thank everybody at the Wynn Hotel, and I'm going to be seeing you soon. And next time, maybe you're gonna cook something. This is the sign I love you in sign language. So I guess
And
the heart,
this
and this is
my,
I love you.
my sign language for everybody. I love you too.
We love you. So this is what,
Say hi,
see?
say hi to JJ for me.
And JJ loves you too. And stay safe.
That's friend.
And keep feeding the people. I love you. You rock Vegas. And I'm gonna be seeing you soon. Ti mando un abbraccio. E salutami la tua mamma.
Thank you, Queen Giada.
Oh, Queen Giada.
Love you.
Grazie. Grazie, Angel. Love you too. Wasn't he amazing or was? I told you, I promise, sometimes you meet people, I mean, like Enzo. Remember when Sandro told me, you have to meet my friend Enzo? I was like, okay, he's a chef. How special can it be? And then he called me and we spent 2 hours on the phone talking about, he was very positive, also admiring the fact that, I mean, I've been working hard ever since COVID-19 happened. I didn't took one day off. And I told him that I said, it's a commitment I made to myself. And he went through motivating me. He's really a motivator. And I think, I mean, I did not taste his food, but I know many of you guys did it. And his food must be out of this world because he puts passion. Remember my grandmother, she said the secret ingredients is love. And I think the secret ingredients for everything we do in life is love and passion. And Enzo surely has everything and more. I know my parents, my mom and dad will be watching tomorrow this thing, and my mom is gonna ask me, what was he talking about? Because I told my mom that I had an Italian guest, so I'm sure she was hoping today that we would speak in Italian, but of course we wanted to speak in English. I see many of you appearing there. Thank you guys. I see Cecilia East also there. Cecilia, hello, Michael Bonuomo, all of you. Guys, so my guest was phenomenal, and because I didn't want to make him wait too much because he has to go back and cook because the restaurant is going to be opening tomorrow and they're going to have thousands of people already in line to food. I didn't read the events and the birthday of the day, so let me do that without further ado. So today we celebrate the Festa della Repubblica Italiana. That's why I had an Italian guest and I sang the Italian national anthem. Today nasce il giorno della nostra Festa della Repubblica. But today, June 3rd, 2nd in history, thanks to Doug Hartlane in Sacramento. In 1835, P.T. Barnum and his circus began the first tour of the United States. The Greatest Showman was inspired by the life of P.T. Barnum, even if the movie isn't historically accurate. That's what Doug is saying, but I love the movie, The Greatest Showman, some beautiful songs in that movie, and beautiful films. Today also, June 2nd in 1873, the construction begins of the Clay Street in San Francisco for the world's first cable railroad. Yeah, so I've been there. I love them. There's one of the things I told you the other day. It's one of the things I love most in America. It's San Francisco. So first cable railroad in San Francisco today. Thank you, Doug. And in 1896, Nobel Prize winner and inventor Guglielmo Marconi, Italiano, applies for the patent for his new invention, the radio. Of course, I studied in Italy at school, and my college was called Guglielmo Marconi, so we had to learn everything about Guglielmo Marconi. In 1953, the coronation of Queen Elizabeth II in Westminster Abbey, London, in England, happened today. This was the first image I ever remember, this is what Doug is saying, seen in the encyclopedia, the picture that JJ just showed. And I thought she was so pretty, and this is when my love for encyclopedias began, for I thought they took me to anywhere I wanted to go in the world without leaving home. We had a discussion with Doug the other day that we don't have Wikipedia. We don't have an encyclopedia anymore. We have Wikipedia, which is another way for me. I love to Wikipedia everything. I like to learn, and that's what I love. And Doug loves encyclopedia. Today, also in history, 1989, the Dead Poets Society, one of my favorite movies, starring Robin Williams, premiered today. The film contains the famous quote, "Medicine, law, business, engineering, these are noble pursuits and necessary to sustain life. But poetry, beauty, romance, love, these are what we stay alive for, which I think is very beautiful. And of course, also famous for the famous sentence, carpe diem, live day to day, which I think it's one of my religious. I carpe diem every day. Today is also a special day in Giada Valenti history, because actually today in 2012, I went into the hospital, Mount Sinai in New York. That's me at the Mount Sinai, where I stayed for 1 month. We were talking with Enzo how we are the result of what happened to us. That's me. I think after 1 week at Mount Sinai, I ended up staying at Mount Sinai for 1 month. I was going in around this time in 2012. I was there for 1 month, and 1 month later, major surgery. They took away half of my pancreas. I had the insulinomas, which are benign tumors on my pancreas. That experience, 1 month in the hospital, changed my life for good. It made me the person that I am today, grateful and blessed of anything life brings into my life. All of you are a blessing, and I appreciate my life because of that experience. So that was today in history for me. Birthday of the day. In 1731, Martha Washington, the first USA First Lady of the United States, was born in Kent County, Virginia, and married our first president, George Washington, when she was only 28 years old. There she is. Look at her, very elegant. Today in 1857, Edward Legar, who composed many songs, the most famous of which is often played at university graduations in the United States, Pomp and Circumstances, was born in Worcester, England. Yes, the same place where we have the sauce, the Worcester sauce that sometimes I use to make something called filet américain. It's a Dutch recipe. Maybe I can share with you one of these days. And in 1904, Johnny Weissmuller, who became an American actor and our most famous Tarzan, winning 5 Olympic swimming medals, was born in Freidorf, Romania. And Doug was wondering if I ever heard the famous yodel for which Carl Burnett used to become famous. And actually I had not, but just in case you don't remember it, here it's, and I think until the end of their life they're gonna ask Carl Burnett to do this. Let's listen to this.
Okay.
It's kind of funny, can you imagine? To these days, I never heard a yodel of Karen Burnett, and then I Googled it and I found, 75 videos. Everybody's asking her to do that. And today, in 1948, Jerry Mothers, who starred in one of the most famous USA television shows of the 1950 and 1960, Leave It to a Beaver, which still airing today, this is what Doug is saying, was born in Sioux City, Iowa, and turns today 72 years old. Look how cute he was as a little boy. And Doug has also enclosed pictures with him, with Jerry Mothers and his wife Teresa. Still handsome, that little fellow. And today, this I had it myself because it's a personal birthday I like to remember. Anthony Patrick Hadley, known as Tony Hadley of the Spandau Ballet, was born in Hampstead, North London in 1960. That's how he looked when I loved it. I was a teenager and I was madly in love with the Spandau Ballet. Then later in life, I think in 2000 and something, I got to meet Tony Hadley. I couldn't find the pictures, guys, but he had changed a little bit his appearance, so I wasn't that taken when I met him. But when I was a teenager, I even had a t-shirt to go to sleep with. My mother is watching and she's been laughing because Spandau Ballet was like the record was playing 24/7 in my bedroom. And today, Andrew Joseph Cohen was also born. Radio and television talk show host, producer, and writer, was born today in 1968 in St. Louis, Missouri. There he is with his little son Benjamin that he turns once a few years ago. I don't know if you guys follow him, but basically he's openly gay, and he adopted. He actually had this guy last year with a surrogate. He really wanted to have a child, and it's beautiful because really give me confidence that love is all we need. So, and by the way, Andy Cohen just also had COVID-19 on March 21, 2020, but he has recovered and is back to normal. So hopefully he's celebrating today with his little Benjamin. Of course, we had a fantastic show today. I hope you were happy to see the show, all of you, friends and family. I want to thank also all the people that are watching on Periscope and Twitch, hundreds of you. Actually, yesterday, finally, I made a stop on Periscope and Twitch because I wanted to see how my profile looks there, and I found out that I have so many fans watching from there, and I didn't even know. So guys, thank you. Thank you so very much for watching me on Periscope, and thank you to all of you watching on YouTube. You guys are fantastic. I love you so very much. I love you all. That's all sign language that I'm trying to remind myself to do more. So this means everybody way, and this means today. And today was a great, beautiful day. So of course you have seen we always share positive things. And of course, there are some riots and horrible things going around the United States. Even my parents this morning, they told me that they even saw the news also arrived in Europe. There are some horrible things going around. And many artists, I didn't want to do it because today was Festa della Repubblica and I wanted to keep positive. But of course, many artists had their pages in black to celebrate like the Black Out Tuesday. And it's just a day that I thought it was a beautiful thing that they did, a day of reflections, that to remind ourselves that love, unity, it's all that matter. There are unfortunately sometimes people committing horrible crimes and making horrible mistakes that cost lives and create so much hate, but we are here to love each other. I think this is the message that we have to have. We need more love, we need more unity. And I want to keep everybody in my prayer. Of course, we should not see colors, we should not see religions. Those are things that should not divide us. We are all human beings with a lot of love. And I want to thank all of you actually for being the same kind I am, the one that love everybody. And I thank you for being part of my circle of love. You've been such a trooper to be with me every day and still. So before I leave you, so I decided that maybe it was appropriate today to leave you, since we can sing now here on YouTube. I can be a singer while I'm on YouTube. I decided that we have to sing together a beautiful song that John Lennon wrote so many years ago, and still is so not true, did not happen. But I do believe that if we put our dream out there, dreams do come true, and this will happen. So let's sing all together, Imagine. Because the world can be a perfect place for all of us to live. Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us, above us only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no country. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill or die for, and no religion too. Imagine all the people living life
say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you will join us, and the world will be as one. Imagine no possessions. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger, a brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people living in peace. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you will join us, and the world will be as one, and the world will be as one. Well, the world is actually one. For all of you that been with me every day for this happy time all together, all of you, friends and family, I really love you, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for all the love and the joy that you've been bringing me every day. We are at the end of this show today, June the 2nd. It's been a wonderful day. We had an amazing, beautiful chef. I know you guys love him. If you fly to Las Vegas, let's all make a stop at the Allegro restaurant at the Wynn Hotel. There are plenty of great places in Vegas, but surely now we have to make a stop there. I surely cannot wait to go and thank him, maybe with an embrace, even wearing mask and everything, because I really miss that. I miss seeing people. Yesterday, of course, I mentioned it, and many of you were all excited. June 26th, I'm going back on stage together with my dear friend Daniel Abbott. We are going to be doing a show at the Space here in Las Vegas. Of course, it's going to be with only 2 musicians, so it's going to be a beautiful live unplugged concert. It's called Close to You because that's what we want to be. We want to be close to you. I think tomorrow tickets are going on sale, so tomorrow I will have more news and details on how you can join us. For the people that live in Las Vegas, there's going to be, I think, 50 limited to 50 tickets that they, something like that, maybe even less. The people that can really gonna be in the theater at the Space with us. But all the other, the good thing is that all of you from all over the world can join us. You can buy your ticket, you can put the computer in front of your big television, and there's gonna be 2 shows. You decided to do 2, so we can accommodate also all the fans that are in Europe. So we don't want the concert to start at 11 o'clock at night. So we're gonna have 1 show at noon, where we call it the European show, where we will be talking and singing more European songs, speaking more French, Italian, and Spanish, but of course also some English. But I personally will be talking Italian, and Daniel probably other languages as well. So that's gonna be at noon, which is gonna be 9 p.m. for you guys in Italian, and for you guys in the rest of the world, also for you Australian, you can watch the second one, which is gonna be at 9 p.m. Las Vegas time, 6 p.m. Las Vegas time, which is gonna be 9 p.m. for you guys on the East Coast. We thought about everything, and everybody can join. The show is gonna be, some people were wondering, are the same show, slightly different, me and Daniel and the same musicians, but of course a slightly different show. So if you want, you can watch them both. If you really love us that much, you can do both, and we are working on some extra thing, VIP tickets, and you're gonna, what is gonna be the VIP tickets? VIP tickets is gonna have some extra things that me and Daniel will be doing for you on a more personal notes. Like I will share all the details as soon as I have them in my hands. Guys, I love you so very much.
This is the sign for I love you. Before I leave you, talking about love, Diane, you're gonna be so proud of me. You know, we've been doing this sign language, and I've been cooking, I've been giving my whole in the kitchen and every day here in my office, and you guys have been trooper, watching every day. And yesterday, Jimmy Valenti, which I've never met, even though we share the same family name, he has this little daughter that has my name, Giada, little Giada, my little girlfriend. And yesterday, she made, I think she made all the recipe I made. She made one of my first one, the panna cotta with the fresh fruits. Do you remember? One of my favorite. And little Giada made it yesterday for some of our guests. Look at that job. And Diane, look, she learned the sign of I love you. Her daddy said that Giada has been enjoying so very much the cooking things and the music and everything and the sign language. So Giada, I love you too. You are doing such a great job. I love you, and you make me so happy. This is a sign for happy. I hope you're happy too. I'm happy to have a little girlfriend like you, so passionate and such a good chef. Thank you for this, learning also the sign language. Guys, you've been fantastic. We are at the end of the show today. I'm going to see you tomorrow with another amazing guest. Tomorrow we are going to New York City with Billy Stritch. Billy Stritch, of course, is an amazing piano player. He's another musician and singer, and he's been for almost his whole life the piano player and the musical director of many artists, but of course the one and only Liza Minnelli. So he's gonna share with us many amazing stories for sure. So I'm gonna see you tomorrow. See you tomorrow here, same place, same time from Las Vegas. Tomorrow 2 p.m. on YouTube, and make sure that you tell everybody that they have to watch here on YouTube or Periscope and Twitch, and also a love to my people on Instagram. And people from Instagram, I will appear for a quick hello as soon as I'm done with this one, because every time the people from Instagram, they have a different view of the show. So I'm gonna switch off this one and I'm going on Instagram Giada Valenti 25 to say hello to all of you watching from Instagram. Thank you guys, all of you, for those beautiful messages. I'm gonna read them because with JJ we've been able to keep the live chat alive over there, and I'm gonna read your comments. I wanna love you. I love you all. Thank you so much for being with me. Thank you so much. Thank you. I love you, and ci vediamo domani. Stay tuned for the song
Dankeschön, dear old Dankeschön. Thank you for seeing me again. Though I'm here in my solitude, I know you are there, and in my heart I smile again. And so I sing here in my solitude, waiting to see you, same time, same place, and I can't wait to say again, Dankeschön, 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 dear old Auf Wiedersehen. See you tomorrow. A domani.